cute. I've never seen a horse do that.
Uh-huh.
Realised if you joined our tours already, and so we all
Mm-hmm.
Did I give you guys booklets? You did? Oh, okay.
There you go.
And if you need me to take any photographs today,
That's so cool.
I guess I should have recorded his little spiel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, like, would you count that?
No, I'm at 8. What are you at?
Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, pause, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 29, I guess. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Will he touch it? It's like the.
It's like that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't wanna get
I lost
transported
count.
somewhere else. Oh no.
Whatever.
You don't get your wish then. I don't
I
know
think I
where
was
you
at
are.
39 or 40. Whatever. You distracted me. Oh, someone put a quarter in there.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Dang it. Yeah, this is called Woolworth Stones. And this place is 2,500 to 2,800 years old. Older than potentially Stonehenge.
But like, if you have, that's right. But you see,
We were on our tour with Go Cotswolds. This is the Secrets of the Cotswolds tour. First stop. And we're actually pretty blessed to have a clear day. It's kind of chilly. But hey, it is worth it.
I feel like this must be like some like spiritual.
Yeah, it's definitely some type of
type
religious
thing.
Yeah. Is like anything in the middle? Someone sacrificed some flowers. I don't know. Someone sacrificed a flower at a shisho. And then now, yeah, we're gonna go on a walk further. I can't zoom in that far, but that little point is another big rock obelisk. Oh yeah, huh? That might be a cool photo.
I either got 69 or 72. I couldn't remember where I started. So yeah, it's been over the years. It's adopted sort of modern pagan to use it as a
Finally figured out we should do what we really like to do and what we do every time we meet. Yeah, she said, nothing. She said, I found the perfect place. So that's why I said people.
Yeah.
But that's how we are. We talk to everybody. We always have, but. And they've been to Madrid and they've been here and there and traveling around. Did some pilgrimage or something. And he's the one that said you need to go to the doctor.
That's a lovely sweater. We saw that.
Just a video.
That was probably, we were in this.
Oh, this is a really big phone. It's nice. Okay.
It's just a video.
Huh?
Are you just doing a
Fantastic,
video?
yeah.
Oh, okay. He always screen grabs them.
I should have pressed
see.
it for longer because I just hit
No,
it.
it's still going. You're good.
Oh, a bug went right in my eye.
The sky's pretty. The King's Stone.
And that is outside of the Cotswolds, we're looking out towards the bay of beach. Now, I've lost the feeling in my fingers, so I think we should go back to the anniversary.
Primarily arable farming. What I mean by arable is your grains, basically. A lot of wheat, winter wheat, spring barley and oilseed rape, the wonderful yellow flowers that we see at this time of the year. That will die off soon. Within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we won't see much of this yellow, these yellow flowers around anymore. That will die off all around us. Lots of the land is still owned by what would be sort of considered old money. When the land was seized during the Reformation, King Henry VIII's time, when he banned the Catholic Church and inherited all of the land, or confiscated all of the land, he distributed it to sort of friends, supporters and cronies, and lots of this land is still owned by families that their direct descendants would be able to trace their lineage back to when they were granted the land by the Crown. So the land all around over Norton is owned by the Dawkins family, and there's a monument to a 19th century Dorkin just here to the left hand side. Beyond the white van, take a look to the left hand side, and Henry Dorkin, in the memory of Henry Dorkin, they had this rather elaborate thing erected over the village pump. Mains Water, they have Mains Water here, and they've had since the 1960s, but prior to that people would used to just have to come here to the village pump to come and gather their water. That type of agriculture is most sort of prominent now. We still have a large population of sheep. There's about 3 sheep for every person in the Cotswolds. The Cotswolds has a population of about 139,000, but the sheep population is about 300,000, just over 300,000. So there's about 1 person for every 3 sheep that we have here. But it's a tiny fraction of the quantity of sheep that we once would have had out here. When the Normans invaded in 1066, we largely became a nation of sheep farmers. And we had a particular type of sheep here. So going back to the Neolithic times, the early settlers would have been foragers and hunters, living in these wooded areas, living near to the springs, and they'd lived a very primitive life. But over time they'd have cleared land to grow produce, and it would have stayed this very primitive existence for a number of years. But during the 1st century, in 43 AD, the Romans invaded and introduced livestock and various other different things like wheat and barley to the country. And here in the Cotswolds, it was the heart of British Roman agriculture, because they found that the land here was very it was full of nutrients, which meant that the soil could help support the growing of the various crops that they brought in. But the livestock here as well thrived because on the higher hills they could put the sheep. And so that was when the Cotswolds really turned to agriculture, when the Romans arrived here. It was a very important area to the Romans. when they came here, and they introduced what went on to be known as the Cotswold lion sheep. This sheep produced a very thick wool that was slightly golden in colour, and went on to be known as the Cotswold's lion, not because it was a lion, but because it was a sheep with a golden colour. And because of the type of wool that it produced, that wool became very popular. A lot later, after the Romans had departed, during the Middle Ages, after the Normans had arrived, and this wool was the most cherished wool that you could find in Europe at the time. And towns like this, we're in Chipping Norton now. Chipping means marketplace, and Chipping Norton hosted a wool market here, and traders would travel from all over Europe to come and buy that very sort of sought after commodity, the Cotswold lion wool. The people of Europe used to say that the best wool in Europe was from England, and the best wool in England was Cotswolds. And so traders would come from as far afield as places like Florence in Italy to come and trade wool in towns like here in Chipping Norton, Burford where we're heading to now, Chipping, Camden, Morton in Marsh, were all thriving wool towns during the Middle Ages. And during this time, more land was cleared, more sheep were bred, and it became a really important and wealthy area that was dominated by the wool industry. And with this money that was earned by the wool traders and the farmers that lived in the area, and at the time, in the early part of the Middle Ages, the land was owned largely by the abbeys and the churches, became very wealthy and influential organisations. But it was the wool merchants that left the lasting impact, because they lived in these towns, and with this inherited wealth they built these magnificent towns and villages out of that local honey-coloured Cotswold stone. So that commodity is in abundance in the Cotswolds, the stone. And so when they had the wealth and the means to be able to quarry it, they simply built their homes out of it. And even the new houses these days, you look out the window to the left, are still built out of that Cotswold stone, because we're in this protected landscape. I'll try and pull over very briefly. So I'll pull over, let this vehicle come past. Sybil eloped to plan. Well, they came to plan their elopement here. It's a beautiful pub with that whisk.
Portland, Oregon.
Of course you said, didn't you? Yes. I watched it to Portland. I watched Portlandia.
Oh yeah.
I've never watched it actually.
The hospital. Tell him.
Crazy. September 15, 18. Can you win or no? Dang it. That'd be kind of cool.
Sorry? This is the only shop, yeah. The only shop, yeah. We used to have a...
These are really cute, actually. That would be a good picture.
Stopped in here and got some. We got like a pork pie and a sausage roll that I guess David Beckham sends the best in the world. So whatever that is, and some salt and vinegar chips. And now say hello. Woohoo! We have 5 minutes before the bus leaves us, so we're gonna have a little sit down. As a little baby. A little baby. Not feeling it. The one sleeping?
It's cute how they like stick with them. Oh, they're so cute. We saw the sheep.
Cute. Oh, go backwards. Whatever. We are now walking through the town of Broadway. As you can tell, this is not Hollywood. And I'm gonna have some gelato.
Why would it be Hollywood?
We are currently in the town of Broadway, and very cute. Sitting on a little bench. Turn the camera around and show you, because this is our view. Pretty darn spectacular. If you guys can see, way down there, that little, where's my finger at? Hello? That pink little tent booth right there has really good ice cream. It has this little container, and inside the lid, I already ate it, so it was good. Inside the lid is the spoon Pretty clever. This is now the super small village. Only has one street. This is called Stanton. Clyde's. Oh. Howdy. What mile are you guys on? This house is built in 1678. Nuts. Yeah, this house right here is like a thatched roof. Super beautiful. The manor.
Wow, you can really smell the flowers. Can you smell that?
Yeah, you really can. Stunning. Probably like renovations or like extensions of the houses. The ceilings are all stone tile. This house is for sale.
It's like they put like mirrors or something on there.
Beautiful.
These two are like the biggest ones I've seen.
Yeah. Oh, that one's got like a fox on top with an actual pigeon on it. Oh yeah. Little cute little ducks. And a little owl. Wonderful little touches.